Austin Hatch is a senior at Loyola High School in Los Angeles, but the journey he's taken to get there is both heartbreaking and inspirational. In 2011, he was one of the brightest stars in one of the biggest states for high school basketball. He was a sophomore at Canterbury High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. A versatile wing player, Hatch led his team to a state championship, and he accepted a scholarship offer from Michigan. He was doing it all with a very heavy heart, though. 8 years earlier, he and his family were involved in a plane crash. While he and his father survived, Austin lost his mother and his siblings. But he had battled through that tragedy to become a star basketball player with a bright future. Then the unthinkable happened after his sophomore season. He was in another plane crash. This time, he lost his father and his stepmother. Austin nearly died as well. He was in a coma for several weeks. He had to relearn basic functions like walking and eating.
I suffered a traumatic brain injury, which, it just sounds like one thing, but that injury affected so many aspects of my life, from just simple skills, to eating and breathing, to playing basketball, to my schoolwork, and like I said, cognitively, physically, emotionally, all that. And I think it's, as long as I continue to work hard, which I have, and I plan to continue to do in the future, it's just going to be something that just takes time.
Austin has amazed his doctors by making nearly a full physical recovery. The emotional scars, of course, will always be there.
Dealing with the loss of my best friend, my coach, my teacher, mentor, and my #1 fan. That same man, Dr. Stephen Hatch, was also my father, and was an incredible man, and taught me everything I know. And the things I learned from him are the work ethic necessary to succeed, the importance of faith, determination, and courage in the midst of hardships.
Austin decided to move to Los Angeles, where he now lives with his uncle. The added bonus of access to some of the best doctors and therapists in the country convinced Austin that leaving Fort Wayne was the right choice.
Everyone in Fort Wayne has been great to me. It was a great place to grow up, great place to be a kid. Coming out to LA, there's just some resources out here that simply don't exist in Fort Wayne, and that's not a bad thing. It's just the fact of the matter is that Fort Wayne just doesn't have everything that LA does. And I needed to do what was best for me.
After regaining most of his physical health, Austin's next task was getting back to basketball. While he knows that reaching his previous level of athletic dominance may not be possible, he does say that having that goal has been good for him.
The academics are my #1 priority, but the basketball was just having a goal, and I realized how lofty it was. I mean, there were times when I couldn't walk.
You're getting better every day. Outside of some grainy YouTube videos, that's my best recollection of who he was before the accidents. And I see moments in which he becomes that guy again, and those are becoming more frequent.
From when I was in a wheelchair, I told people I was going to play basketball, and being in a wheelchair and hearing a kid talking about playing basketball seems kind of, the chances seem remote. But I just said, I'm going to get there, and I'll tell you, my time is coming soon.
About a month ago, Austin's time came. Feeling confident physically and mentally, he took the floor late in the game for Loyola. The game had to be stopped after the students rushed the floor, but the technical foul they were assessed was worth it. While Austin still works to improve on the court, his academic future is bright. No matter how far Austin gets in his recovery, Michigan coach John Beilein will honor the scholarship offer he extended to Austin 3 years ago.
He expects me to be a very important part of Michigan basketball as a whole. Whether it be on the court, in the locker room, in the classroom, I'm gonna help that team win basketball games. He wouldn't still be giving me a full ride scholarship to the school if he didn't see, like there was some upside to having me as a part of the Michigan basketball program. So I'm very excited for the future, and I'm just gonna continue to work hard at everything, and we'll see where things go.
Austin plans to study medicine and become a doctor like his father. And despite all he's lost, Austin still looks toward the future with optimism.
I thought, if I'm still around after what I've been through, there's got to be a plan for me. And my faith tells me that I've been put to the test, but a man's real character is revealed in the midst of hardships. And people say hardships build character or what have you. I don't think that's the case. I think that when you go through something as traumatic as I did, like the hardships, they don't really build it, although they might. More so they reveal your character.